Hello and welcome to today's show. This is non-paranormal. Oh, so it should be, but we never know. So I've got two gentlemen with me, both from the UK. I kind of met them both, but didn't really get a chance to speak to either of them. It's more of like hello, and that was about it. And then we just all got really busy. So we've got Phil Mawdsley and Daz Stirrat. So welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
No, it's our pleasure. So you both do martial arts, like to that level, like right up there. And you've been doing it for how long now?
I've been doing it 46 years now.
Wow. Oh my God.
Longer than I've been alive.
Yeah, I've started.
Well, I've been doing it 30 years, but different styles as well.
Yeah. So why did you both get into it? What was the reason for each of you?
So for me, it was my father. He was a boxing coach, so we had no choice but to do boxing. And alongside the boxing was karate. So I was doing both when I was 4 years old. And later on, I just tended to stick with the karate, and ever since, that's all I've ever done. So, yeah.
Oh. And Phil?
What's your Phil?
I started through watching the TV and films, like Bruce Lee and all that. It was that inspired me to do martial arts at the age of 17, and I did start with traditional karate at first, and then doing different styles. I wanted to do freestyle stuff, a bit of kickboxing, Thai boxing, taekwondo in there, and then other stuff like sticking to Thai boxing, which I spent a bit of time doing. I got a lot of grades in traditional karate. What I was doing in Buddha camp, different style to Daz's. And I also now train under my other master in Grandmaster Ian Parker at NPSK in Peterborough.
Wow.
So how did you get into doing this for films?
It's good for films because all the martial arts I've done and studied, even though I'm still learning and studying martial arts, I'm not high up there yet. But and then going to the Hall of Fame, it was the very first Hall of Fame award I got. I think it was 2018. I got asked to do an extra in the film, just to get killed off, and it just grew from there. But it's also my mum who got me in the films as well, and she saw it on social media. So, but the martial arts does help a lot, and that's why I met Daz as well through the martial arts and the Hall of Fame and the shows and things.
Daz, how did you make the jump to film?
Well, it's a funny story because I went to the Hall of Fame in 2022. And obviously, I'd been speaking to Phil before that online. We had never met. And I met him face to face at the Hall of Fame. And we've just been best mates ever since. And he convinced me to be a movie star, which that hasn't happened yet, obviously, but hopefully one day.
Getting there. Got to work at it. Need to try harder. That's what it is.
It's a waiting game.
Yeah. So how did you get into like Nicole? How did you get into doing martial arts in movies? And do you do it as you're the character doing the martial arts, the fighting, or do you out with the choreography and all the background stuff?
Well, it's a bit of everything, real. I mean, obviously you're playing the character. You're not doing. You are fighting in the films as well. I'm not always doing martial arts in the films, but I won't be doing like traditional styles in the films. You kind of adapt to it, so you learning different things and picking different things up as you're fighting in the film. Learning not to hit and not to make contact with people is a tough one, but it's a great feeling to actually do all this and put martial arts in film. I think that's what makes a really good film as well. There's a lot of martial artists in films these days who's doing these things.
So with the options of like the movies and the martial arts, I'm guessing you'd always choose martial arts. This is for both of you, rather than doing the movies. Is that like part of who and what you are?
Yeah, obviously, you know, first of all, I'm a husband and a father, but
Yeah.
then to that, it's martial arts. You know, movies for me it's something. It's on my bucket list. It's something that I've always wanted to do, but you know, my choice is martial arts all day long. That's what I live for. It's in my DNA.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to do it. Obviously,
Yeah.
we all want to do something, you know, different. You know, it's a challenge, but.
Yeah.
I had the choice, and you know, somebody said movies or martial arts. For me, it would be the martial arts.
Yeah. Same for you, Phil.
Well, I did start with the martial arts, and I'll always do martial arts and have a martial arts background. And with learning from other people like Grandmaster Ian Parker, Sandy Thai boxing, and my other people I work with, even under Daz as well. I'm proud to learn from him, which I have done. I've tried some stuff, and he's an amazing guy. But because the movies came into it as well, I'll be doing that. And if that takes off a lot more, which I have done for 8 years and done quite a lot,
Yeah.
if I'm not filming, I'm still going to do the martial arts. So it's a bit of both for me.
Yeah. No, thank you for that.
So I have a question. Any martial arts movie franchise you could be a part of, which one are you picking?
Ooh. It will have to be Mortal Kombat. For sure.
Yeah.
See, for me, it'd be Enter the Dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both good.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat's my favourite console game. And I think Enter the Dragon, obviously the original, like Bruce Lee, that I'm sure that's got to be the first martial arts movie that I ever seen. It must have been.
It was for me, yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, yeah, definitely. It's just great, isn't
it? Yeah. And when
1973, that movie came out.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just me. literally. But when you see with Enter the Dragon, when you look about the background of what went on where it was filmed and all the stuff that Bruce Lee and all the other fighters did, even that on its own is just amazing of how it was all done.
Yeah.
It's not like, no offense to anyone, but it's not like the way that movies are done now. Back then it was all as it is, what you see is what you get sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, when you look back at the older movies, you know, back in the 70s, 80s, you know, they didn't have, you know, the things that we have today. You know, you've got CGI and everything. You know, you can make a movie look absolutely fantastic. Back then they didn't have that. So, you know, it was all about the angle of the camera, you know, to make that look good. But to be quite fair, Bruce Lee didn't need to be made to look good.
Oh no,
he was naturally good at what he done. So he was and still is probably the best martial artist that ever walked the earth.
Yeah, yeah.
I also believe that Bruce Lee was that quicker than the camera. They had to slow down, I believe, on the camera. That's what I've heard as well. So that just proves something, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And like you're saying, there was no green screen then. It was when they was going out on location. That was what you was getting. It wasn't in a studio with all the different like cameras and everything set up. So, but yeah, that's got to be like all-time favorite martial arts movie. Obviously, some of the newer stuff are good, but then these particular martial artists, should we say, I won't name any of them, that I don't think are that good.
Yeah,
to be honest,
you do get a lot of that these days. I think a lot of the time now, and I don't know whether Phil agrees, but it's all gymnasticy now. It's do the most twists and flips to perform a kick. You know, there's no traditional element anymore. That sort of died out a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm quite a traditionalist. I teach traditional Shotokan karate, you know, and it is from the roots, you know, the fundamentals right back. So we don't do all the fancy. Don't get me wrong, we can do it, but we tend not to do it because I'm a great believer in reality. You know, it's got to be the real thing.
Yeah. So do you struggle with the, like you're saying about, because I was just about to ask you about the traditional moves and different types of martial art. Do you struggle to keep that going because of how long they have been going with all the, obviously, because you're going to get new techniques and that coming in. I don't know if, do you get new moves or anything like that, or is it the same constant moves but just different techniques?
Yeah, I think, you know, as we evolve, you know, things do change.
Yeah.
And if you look at today's society and the way martial arts is, it's very much based on MMA. You know,
Yeah.
it's this, you know, this aggressive street fighting. You'll be able to, you know, look after yourself, which is fantastic. It's great. It's doing the martial arts really, really good. But the traditional values of the martial arts is slowly dying. So
Yeah.
there's some of us still out there which are trying to keep it going. And, you know, we're going to keep pushing it because I'm a great believer that traditional values are the most important.
Yeah. So for Phil, how many different martial arts do you do as a
Okay.
rule?
Well, I only hold a third degree black belt. I'm not high up there like Daz is at the moment.
Yeah.
It's probably taken me a long time to get up there, a very long time. But I did start with traditional Budokan karate,
Yeah.
which I really loved. I loved doing it. I love learning the discipline of it as well, and the Japanese part of it. I also did freestyle martial arts for many years, and I got to my third degree with that. But and then that was just adapted with different styles, and I just had to come away and do something different because I wasn't getting what I wanted in a way.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I met Sandy Holt. But before I met Sandy Holt, it was another instructor called Craig Fitzsimmons, still Thai boxing, but under a different name.
Yeah.
And then obviously I met Sandy Holt and doing stuff with him. And I've spent a lot of time with that. Grade, it wasn't. I wasn't too bothered about the grading. I was mostly
Yeah.
learning and helping out and helping assist and stuff like that. So learning different things from me is something that I wanted to do. If my traditional school back then years ago was still running, I'll still be doing that as well.
Yeah.
A lot more of because they're close to me. But I've had the opportunity to travel and train and learn from many, many other masters, just like Daz here. I've
Yeah.
learned from him. I'm still learning from him, and I feel like a white belt because the stuff he does is absolutely unreal. He's one of the best. He's the best out
Yeah.
there. And Grandmaster Ian Parker at MPSK, I love what he does. I've known him for over 10 years. I'm
Yeah.
proud to be one of his students as well. Even though he's 3 hours away from me, that's what I do. I travel to go and
Yeah.
train with the best. And it's something what I love doing.
Yeah. Just quickly,
Do you get-
Sandy Holt, is that the one that was in Bolton down bottom of Bridge Street?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know a couple of people that used to go to it. Sorry, Nicole.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask if you guys find that your martial arts training helps you in other aspects of your life too. Is there like
Yeah,
a crossover?
Definitely. When I was growing up, I wasn't the smartest of kids, if you like. I had severe learning difficulties. I couldn't read, I couldn't write. I had special schooling. Yeah, I was basically struggling in life, really. And then the martial arts sort of changed me. You know, it disciplined me to start to educate myself, to start to be a real person, if you like. And it put me on the right path. And now, obviously, I run the Hampshire Academy of Shotokan Karate, and you know, I've got 50 members, and
Wow.
you know, I've got kids with ADHD, I've got kids with severe autism, learning difficulties. You know, I've had kids with drug abuse, alcohol abuse, you know, everything. But you know, I want them to do what I did and change the way that they think and become good people and achieve something in your life.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. So, with what Nicole said about it, like changing different aspects in everyday life, do you find, you know, that when people realize what you do, they change towards you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't live in the nicest of areas, if you like, but there again, I suppose every place has its good, its bad. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of youths around which, you know, they found out what I do through social media. They've obviously seen things that I'm into, the acting,
Yeah.
everything, and they were quite abrupt to me before they sort of knew, and now
Yeah.
they all say hello every single day. So it's, yeah,
Yeah.
I think people know, because I think, you know, look, this world's about fighting, right? We're all fighting to survive
Yeah.
at the end of the
Yeah.
day. So whatever way you look at it, you know, that lad down there could pull a knife, pull a gun out at any given time. So
Yeah.
let's be on good terms and let's get on, and you know, let's be friends. I think that's the most important thing. Yes, they
Yeah.
do know what I do, they understand what I do, and now they're giving me a bit more respect because they see what I do for the kids. You know, because
Yeah.
you remember, the children are tomorrow's future.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. It's the children, and
Yeah.
I'm giving their kids a place to go where they know they're safe, they're learning, they're being disciplined, and they're going to grow up to be good kids. Simple
Yeah.
as, you know.
People are
Yeah.
a lot
No.
nicer to you when they know you can kick their ass.
Basically, yeah.
That as well, yeah. So, with you, same thing with you, Phil.
Well, I was like Daz. I learned to. I came into school. Went into a special school because I learned difficulties.
Yeah.
I never wanted to do anything else when I left school. I went into work and didn't do GCSEs, didn't go to college, because I was struggling with things. So I didn't want to do anything else. Didn't want to do sports. I was at home watching DVDs, well, VHS back in the day.
Yeah.
I just decided I wanted to try something different, and it wasn't football. It wasn't any other thing. It was martial arts. It's something I wanted to do, and I didn't think I could do it until I tried. You don't know it until you try, really,
Yeah.
and it just grew from there, and it just gave me that buzz to carry on with it, and it gave me something inside, and it meant something deep down as well.
Yeah. No, thank you. So we do have one question in the chat. 1 second, I'll do this one now before. So this is from Og Elaine, one of the moderators, and she's asking: martial arts is very disciplined. Do you find you being like that when you act?
Yes. I think going back 20 years ago, you know, because I was a bit younger then, you know, if there's an altercation, you're going to go in, wham, bam, done. But now I think, as I've learned more through my karate, now I'd rather just walk away, you know, and just be the bigger man. It's pointless because, like I said, today's society, you don't know what they've got on them. And as you see every day in the news, gun shootings, stabbings, etc., etc., it's not worth it. Walk away, be the better man.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
But have either of you ever got seriously injured or seriously injured someone else during like a competition or acting?
I've never been injured or anything on the streets. I've never been in that situation. Been close, been very close, but I've never been into it. I have damaged myself in competition back years ago. I mean, like I've ripped my ligaments in my leg. I've had cracked ribs and stuff. And we go through these things, and for me, it was exciting to learn to have these injuries and stuff, because you learn from it. I think you learn from your mistakes and things like that. And it's a learning curve for me. When I did a project once where I pushed myself too far and I landed I wouldn't say on the mattress or anything like that. It was like a layer of cardboard boxes. I had to jump off a trampoline and then land 5 or 6 feet backwards, straight through concrete boxes, on these boxes onto concrete floor. Because I let the other guys to have the mattresses on top of the boxes and things like that. We were running short on equipment, and I thought, I'll be all right. I can take this one. As soon as I hit that concrete, all my lower back and everything else was just in pain for days and days and days. It was very painful. And I thought I did damage something, but luckily I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've had a few broken bones, if you like. When I competed, it was back in like the 90s, so there was no mitts, there was no control. It was full contact, knock your opponent out basically. So yeah, I had my fair share of injuries back then. But I gave a few out as well. Obviously, we're doing a contact sport; it's fighting. But yeah, I found that I enjoyed it. To be fair, I like to put myself under pressure. I like to test myself, and I was very successful. I won the nationals and European championships for 10 years undefeated.
Wow!
So I've done pretty well with it. But as I was getting a little bit older, I tended to go towards, I don't know whether you know much about karate, kata, which is the formation of movements. There's a kata for each grade that you go up. So, and obviously you compete doing kata, and that will sort of become my forte, and that's what I specialize in now, kata. I just love kata. It's a way to express the techniques. It's a way to express yourself, and you become that kata, if that makes sense. If you've ever done something that you really, really like doing, you all know you become that. And that's what I like about it, you know. And it's so I've had my fair share. Street fights, I've had plenty of them. You know, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not proud about a lot of them. But as you know, growing up, you know, when you get to your 20s, you're going out, you're going to get into rucks and everything. So yeah, I've had my fair share. And yes, I have hurt people seriously. But it was a life or death situation as far as I'm concerned. I feared for my safety. I protected myself. I protected my family, you know, which is what anybody would do in that situation. But nowadays, I'd rather just not bother because, like I said, it's not a nice world out there.
No. So going back to a lighter note, do you miss competing?
Yes, I do. But my students do it for me now. You know,
have you ever?
Go on.
No, it's right. Go on. I'll let you finish.
An absolute amazing club. You know, all my students, they're dedicated. I don't think any of them miss sessions, and you know, some of them have been with me 10 years. They've never missed, and they compete for me. And when they win a title, or you know, a nationals, international, European, world championship, that's all I need. You know, that's all I need, and that's what makes me feel good again. But if we don't have a competition for a long period, I start to miss it. I think I could be competing now. To be fair, I'm 50 next year in the 3rd of January, and I think, you know, veterans maybe.
Have you ever been tempted to? Has anyone ever offered you, look, just come back and do one more fight?
I've been offered to do one at the London World Championships in November. But instead of fighting, I convinced him to just let me demonstrate a kata, because my days of fighting are over. You know, I'm not a very well person. My health got really bad about 2 years ago, so I've been struggling. I'm suffering, and you know, things are just starting to level out again now. And
that's good.
I'm just concentrating on my students. They're like I said, they're tomorrow's future.
No, cheers. Phil, have you done competing or in any of the different ones?
I've done some stuff, competition stuff years ago, back in the day, but nothing recent up to now. But just like Daz as well, I've been asked to do competition in November, 16th November on the Tiger, which we're both under. And I'm proud to do that. And I am thinking about it, and I did think about it for a bit, and I am going to go and do it and compete with Hampshire Karate as well, and just with their team and support their team, and just see what I can do, and just do my best, really.
Yeah. Oh, well, good luck. If I don't get to speak to you before then, hopefully I will. But yeah, good luck to all of you with the clubs and everything. So
I would say break a leg, but that might be an actual possibility.
Yeah, no, don't say that, Nicole. How dare you?
Good luck.
I was going to say, so with you, because you just do the one style of karate, don't you, Daz?
No. I've studied many others. Well, so I do a form Brazilian martial art called capoeira.
All right, okay.
So I do JKD, Jeet Kune Do. I've studied judo, taekwondo. I've done kickboxing. Many. I do stick fighting, kale, eskrima.
Oh wow!
Weapons training. I teach most weapons. So yeah. I'm diverse in many, but my roots is Shotokan karate.
Right. So, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not 100% on this, but you can create your own style of karate, can't you?
Is that a thing? Yeah, there's many.
Have you done that, or is it something you've kind of like avoided?
No, I'm a traditionalist at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, I stick with my roots, and what I learn off of that, I will use and teach the things which I think we could use, if that makes sense. You know? So there's techniques out there which I think, well, that's pretty good. Maybe we could bring that in and mix it up a little bit. My roots is Shotokan karate, and that's never going to change ever.
Yeah.
I have a question from Anton. Question to Shihan Daz. What is your most favorite kata?
Unsu. It means hands in the clouds. It's a very technical kata. It's very difficult to perform, and it takes many hours to perfect it. But it's taken me near enough 40 years. So yeah, that's my favorite kata, Unsu, definitely.
And I believe Daz knows like over 400 katas as well.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I've learned all the katas.
Wow.
Most systems because I felt that I needed to, and I think you get to a point where you've done everything in your system. Well, let's go and learn another system. So I did, and I got bored. So what I did was I decided to learn the katas from the last move to the first move on all of them, so I can perform the katas one way and then from the last move to the first move. So just
martial arts frontwards and backwards.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. I just got bored, so I thought, let's mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I've learned
entertainment.
Yeah. Many.
So, what are you saying about weapons? And Nicole just put that about the nunchucks. What's your favorite weapon to use? I'm guessing it's the nunchucks,
Nunchucks, Bruce Lee influenced that, when I see him do it as a kid. And again, I'm not the world's best at it, and I don't ever claim to be the best at anything that I do, because I'm still learning. But I enjoy the weapons, and I think that's the important thing. If you enjoy something, do it. So I've become pretty handy with a couple of pairs of nunchaku now over the years. Yeah, nunchaku definitely for me.
Yeah. Phil,
Yes. For me, I do leather nunchucks. I have got some here at the home, and I do practice with it when I can. I'm like I said, I'm not the best at it. I won't say I hold many years at it, but I do enjoy practicing and learning it. I think it's one of the best weaponry I've purchased myself.
Yeah.
Do you guys train between like doing martial arts, or is martial arts pretty much it? Do you go to the gym, do weights, things like that?
Yeah. I've only just recently started going back to the gym because, as I said, I was a bit poorly. I had lots of serious health problems going on, so I'm back at the gym now. So I'm trying to get as big as Phil now, because he's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, I train a lot. I try to do 5 days a week. Yeah, sometimes it's 4 days or 3 days, depending on my work as well. But I do a lot of training in the gym as well. And then when I can get down to martial arts, I'll go and do that and learn as much as possible. But a lot of gym stuff is what I do.
Yeah. Right. I've got the question for you.
The question.
When or have you ever come to the point where you've just thought, you know what, bad enough, don't want to do it anymore? And you was like, I mean, like that close to just quitting and then just not doing it ever again?
Yeah. I about 11, 12 years ago, I lost me mum and my dad. I lost my mum, and then 6 weeks later, I buried my dad.
Jesus.
And that's when, my dad was my coach. You know, he was with me all the way, and that was it, really. I didn't want to do it anymore, and I went for a couple of years where I was sort of on and off. And then I met my wife, and she, she's just been an absolute rock. She wanted me to keep it going because she knows it's something that I'm good at, and it's the only thing that I'm good at because I'm rubbish at everything else. It was a difficult time then because I just didn't want to do it. But my wife, she pushed me.
Yeah. So did your wife do it as well?
No.
Just encourages?
I always said, if I ever marry somebody, I don't want them doing any martial arts because it'd just be carnage. You can imagine, me teaching my wife, me telling her off. I got to go home with her, So no, it works better for us as a couple. Yeah, but she does all the background stuff for my club. She's
like the admin and all that.
All that. So
that makes it easier for you then, doesn't it? As well,
it does.
Yeah.
All I do is teach. I teach on a Tuesday, a Thursday, and a Sunday. That's all I do.
Yeah. Thank you. Phil, did you have that moment?
I've come across it. Yeah. I've had people saying to me back in the day, and we're talking like years and years ago, and some recent that you'll never be able to do this. You'll never be able to do any martial arts, or you're not good enough to do this. I will prove them wrong. I will push myself to the limits and be the hardest work in the room and trying to get where I want to be in life and reach my goals. And I think when people say these things to you, it pushes you to go, pushes you harder and harder, and it gives you an extra goal to go to, I think. The same with the films as well. I'm not the biggest in the films. I don't expect to be the biggest in the films. I try my hardest to get to where I want to be. I've hit barriers. I'm always hitting brick walls doing it to get to where I want to be. And I've had people saying, why are you doing it? You shouldn't be doing it. It's not for you. You'll never make it. You'll never do this. You'll never do that. But I'm doing it. I'm always pushing. I'm always knocking these walls down, getting past these barriers. And it's inside what tells me, all these people who are being negative. I'm not giving names because I don't know everybody. It just drives me to be a better person, to push harder and harder for everything I want in life, and that's what I'm going to continue doing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When people say you're not going to do it, well, straight away they're wrong because you are already doing it. Whatever obstacles and barriers you get, as long as you keep going, you're still doing it.
Right.
So,
and then it just motivates you harder to do it and prove all those people wrong.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think as well, prove to yourself that you can do it regardless of what anyone says. I think that's a major thing as well.
Yeah, but I think that's in every life. You know,
Yeah.
you need to motivate yourself. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to think about you and motivate you to go and do these things. Forget what everybody else says, because they don't mean nothing. It's you as an individual, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, totally agree.
Another way of doing it as well is, especially whether you martial arts or you're on a film or whatever you're doing in life, I try to forget about everybody, especially on film. I forget about everybody in your life, personal life, everybody, and just concentrate on what you're doing and who you're playing, and focus on that character. Same in the martial arts, focus on what you're doing in there, and if you're doing sparring or whatever, I try to forget about everything and just put myself to be that person, to be the best, to be great at what I do. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. No, thank you. I was going to say as well, meditation. I'm guessing that plays a big part when it comes to martial arts as well. How much of your time do you put into meditation, like percentage wise?
I do things a bit differently, to be fair.
Yeah.
There are some people which will, take an hour of meditation, etc. Mine's done at night time. That's when I do mine, because that's when I'm at my most relaxed.
Yeah.
I've done the day's work, so I've done everything. I go to bed, I relax, and what I do is I go through all of my techniques in my head, and then before I know it, I'm relaxed, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
So I do things a bit different. I used to meditate many years ago. You had to do it, but nowadays I tend to do it in my own time. So
yeah. Cheers, Phil.
I've never really studied meditation. I have tried it in previous classes, in previous clubs back in the day, but I've not really done it recently. I don't know. I just like to relax and it's just like Daz does in his own way and things like that. And I just try to put all my body and everything into what I do and control how I take these things in life and stuff like that. Meditation. I would love to try it one day and study it, but I don't think I will.
Yeah, well, I think with what you're doing, that is a style of meditation anyway. Can't speak. Whatever works for you, whatever relaxes you and takes you out of that zone, I believe is the meditation that person requires. Yeah,
I think for me, again, family. That's my meditation. Family. Spend it with my wife and my kids and my grandchildren. That's enough to make anybody feel great, right? You're around your own family. Normally they come over for Sunday lunch and you're there with your family, and that's just as good as any meditation session for me.
Yeah. No, thank you. We've got another question. Do you want to do it, Nicole?
Sure.
I'm hoping I've got the right thing for this as well.
Elaine, heard you're both starring in the same film coming out in 2025. Remind us, please, what it's called.
Well, we are due to work on the film, me and Daz, called The Karate Breaker, under the Grandmaster who's made this film. I'm proud to actually be a part of this, and I would like. It's all about Daz. I thank Daz for this because he got me into this film. He got me what I wanted to do, and to fight Daz in this film and many other people is a dream come true, because it's something what I think we both wanted to do. It's to fight each other in a movie, and so to play the character, I was shocked when I got it, and I was over the moon, and it's just something exciting to look forward to, and I cannot wait to start this one.
Excellent. So you've not started filming this yet, have you? Or have you?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
So when does filming start on this? Can you say?
This
Or
was I think was supposed to start in October. I think now it's being moved to December. So we're just waiting now, and we will be prepared and ready for when we do shoot. Because I know I'll be training ready in the gym and stuff. I know Daz is training, and he's perfectly ready anyway. It's like a machine. But yeah, it's going to be interesting when we do shoot it, and then when it does get released, it's going to be a fantastic movie, I think.
yeah. Can you say where the location is where it's going to be shot, or is it multiple locations?
Multiple locations.
Yeah.
We can't really say too much,
No.
but it's going to happen, and it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be there's going to be some good fight scenes in it. So yeah, it's looking good.
So are you two the two main characters in this?
No, GM Gary Wasnawaski, he is the star.
Right. Okay.
We have characters that we're going to be playing.
Right. Got you. Excellent. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to compare it to Enter the Dragon.
Don't.
No,
you can't beat Enter the Dragon.
No, I know. I just noticed as well behind you, Daz, you've got the Bruce Lee picture behind you at the back of your head.
Yes. Yeah, he's my idol. You know.
Yeah.
He's, you know, this is cool. Actually, I'm going to show you this one, Phil. You ain't seen this. Give me 2 secs. You're all going to love this. Look at this.
Oh, while we're waiting, Adam Taylor says hi, Dad.
Hi, that's my son. That. Hello, Adam.
Have a look at that.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Awesome.
that is cool. Do you like that?
Cool.
That's a limited edition, that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Every detail on there. He's the man, right?
Yep.
I actually I've had a Bruce Lee statue doing a flying kick for a long time. I've had it for over 20 odd years. And I recently gave it to my master, Ian Parker, as a gift for what he's done for me. Because I know he's a big fan of Bruce Lee. He's studied Bruce Lee. And I thought I wanted to give it him as a gift. So that's my little treat from Bruce Lee for him.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, Ian Parker's coming on in a few weeks.
Yeah, I know.
It is it 1, 2, 3 weeks today? So maybe you can show us the gifted Bruce Lee.
You are most certainly going to hear some stories from that man, because
Really?
he is absolute legend of a man.
Really?
I've sort of gone under his wing just recently.
Oh.
He promoted me to 8th Dan.
Yeah.
Which was really nice. And he is a total legend. He is up there with the top. I mean, there's a very small amount of people which I would say are right up there, and he is one of those gentlemen. He is.
Wow.
You're gonna love him. Absolutely love him.
He's got an amazing club and amazing students, just like Daz's club. Fantastic, world-class club. He's got MPSK, multiple champions. His daughter Shannon, fantastic, world-class martial artist. Multiple world champion she is. Grandmaster Ian Parker, what an amazing person he really is. Very, very nice to meet as well.
Yeah.
He's actually, I think he's very special. He's a very special man. You know, he does things which, you know, I've never seen no other martial artist do. He is an absolute wizard when it comes to close quarter combat. He's amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, can't wait for all the guests to come on. But it was Phil, you put me in contact with him, didn't you? I was saying about his club and all that, and he asked him to come on. He's like, yeah, definitely come on. So yeah, that's all sorted. So yeah, that'll be another good one. So, going to put some photographs up. Are you able to talk us through each one? The first lot are going to be the ones of you, Phil, and then the next lot are going to be the ones of Daz, just so I can keep it in unison and so I don't get too confused in what I'm doing. So start off with this one.
Oh, excellent. Right. I was proud of this movie. We shot this through lockdown. And they took a number of years to get released, which we got released at the local cinema in Birmingham. Now, this was an exciting project to work on with many other actors and stuff. The lead star was Sonny Pang, and we had Nick Blake-Hahn, who was a choreographer on this. But it was one of these movies what was full of action, non-stop action. It was really, really good. And I was looking forward to seeing it when it came out, and I thought, how many years has this been waiting now? And when it got released, we went to Birmingham to watch the premiere at the Mockingbird Cinema. And then it was produced all over Prime and loads of countries around the world on Prime. It was just an amazing project to work on.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Next one. Shooting at someone.
This was done for a photo shoot, which was planned for India for a project. We're still waiting for these projects to come through. Whether they do or not, that's another story. But I just like this picture because it's just a cool character to be in, and the gun itself was my uncle's gun. He let me use it after the shoot. But yeah, I mean, I've used this poster for many people for signing and stuff like that, for autographs, and also to give to directors and things like that.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Right, next one. You're looking rather like an assassin hitman, should we say?
No smiling pictures.
This one, this was designed for me from a guy in California. He's done a lot of work, a lot of posters for me, and he just turned around and says, "I would love to use you as a character for different posters," and I says, "Go for it." And he's made some really cool designs and stuff. But this was not actually filmed. This was just a design poster which he did for me, and the guy's a great artist of what he does, and I'm proud of everything what people do for me.
Excellent, thank you. And the last one of you on your own is in the woods, covered in blood, with a sword.
Yeah, this was Plague Pits, The Tortured Dead. We shot this 2 years ago down in Devon End, I think it was. Avon, something like Avon and Devon. This is a cool film I got to work on. No, I was in this from day one when it was writing and stuff like that, and was also casting, and there was supposed to be quite a big cast in it, but it got cut down. But to play this character and deliver the dialogues on this was just an amazing scene. I can't say a bit about it. I can't say a lot about it as well. Yeah. But it's in the process now of being edited and stuff like that. So hopefully we're looking around next year, maybe. I don't know when it's going to be released, but I'm hoping it's going to be on many platforms. We'll find out soon enough. But I got to work with other people. I got to fight Sonny Singh in this film, the director Peter Farlight, and the DOP for this was Hollywood legend Jerry Lively from Hollywood, who did Hellraiser, Children of the Corn, and stuff like that. So we got him. He flew over for this project.
Wow!
And it was just an honor to meet him. It really was.
Yeah. Well, Children of the Corn is one of my all-time favorite movies. Cannot beat it. Right. I think it's just scary kids.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
We have a lot of cornfields here, so
yeah. When I drive past, it's like, no, never get me going in one of them. Right. So these next pictures of the pair of you So do you want to talk us through these ones as well? There's three of the you two, and then the last lot of Daz on his own. So
yeah, so this was it was we were in London, weren't we?
Yeah, film festival.
That's it, the film festival, and we decided to do a stare down, and somebody captured it, and yeah, it looked pretty cool, to be fair. Yeah, we met a lot of other actors and actresses there, and got to speak with producers, directors. Absolutely fantastic day that was.
Yeah, cool. And then the next one is this one.
This was at the Briglinton, the world, the Gathering of the World Masters. This is my second time there. And then obviously Daz and Hampshire's Karate Day came over as well. I went with MPSK. This is one of the most amazing events ever to meet grandmasters from all over the world and many students learning from other masters. Just like Daz here. I mean, I even learned from him at this one as well. What we just had in May. So I let him. Well, we all learned a bit. I try my hardest, and but yeah, it's really fun. I love this event, and Daz will say exactly the same.
Yeah, it was really funny because a few months prior to that, I got a message from Grandmaster Stuart Hicken, asking if I'd like to teach there, and it's like, what? You want me to teach with the Gathering of the World Grandmasters and Masters? Me, little Darren, and so I went there. I was as nervous as anything because it's the first time I'd been to this particular one, and I was stood out there with all these top martial artists from all around the world. Some of these were jiu-jitsu masters, masters. Absolutely phenomenal, and I got to teach what I do to the other masters and grandmasters and their students, which was absolutely it was amazing. So if you ever want to learn or go and see martial arts at its best, go to the World Masters. Absolutely out of this world. Fantastic.
I mean, with this one, you got people from many countries. Name a few, like America, Japan, Italy, Germany. They're everywhere, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people, and probably about 40 masters, maybe more. I don't know. This one we just had, Grandmaster Stuart Higgins. He gave me my 30 years award certificate as well, so I was proud of that one.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Right, next one is this one. Oh, this is a Hall of Fame, then, isn't it?
Yes, this was the London International Hall of Fame. I nominated Phil for an award for this one. I felt he deserved it. He's put a lot of time in for what he's doing within the martial arts, and he's supporting martial arts as well, other clubs like myself. So I nominated him. I was nominated for an award as well, and it was absolutely phenomenal day. We did seminars throughout the day. I was teaching at the seminars, and then the evening time was the awards ceremony, and I nominated Phil and 5 of my students as well, which was fantastic.
Excellent, thank you. Right, next one. This is just you, Daz.
Yeah, this was me just put myself out there. Really, I've never done any posing without my uniform on, so I thought it'd be interesting to do one.
Yeah.
And, I've just been to the gym actually, and I thought, I'll put a post up and see what people say. I've got some good views, and I've got a hell of a lot of bad views, but who cares?
Yeah, doesn't matter, does it?
No.
Right. So this is one of you and a group of people. I did put it up before. So are these your students?
Yeah, these are my instructors. Yes. So the one to the if you look at the picture to the right, that's my brother. That's my brother Tony, and the one next to him with the goatee, that's my son Danny.
Oh right.
Yeah, so it's a family sort of thing. We've been doing it for many, many years. And all of these have, you know, worked their way up. They've put, you know, hundreds and hundreds of hours into teaching the students and helping run the club, going to competitions. You know, they're absolutely fantastic group. So I felt that we needed to get a photo and get something that we can you know, showcase and let people see what we do. And that was my gift to them, was having them in this picture, so I can advertise Hask as a fantastic club.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you for that. And then the last one.
This was just before the grading. I took a selfie.
Yeah.
And put it on there. I'm not really look, me and photos just don't mix, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah, I get that.
And I took this photo because I'm quite proud of my club. You know, I'm proud of
yeah.
And I don't know. I think it was my son said, "Dad, you know, you put a lot of time into the club, and you know, throughout the years, what you've achieved and everything." So I took that picture. It was a proud moment for me.
Yeah.
Because I just after that, I went to the club, and I had 4 students which have been with me for many, many years. They awarded their second and third Dan. So it was a big day for me that day.
Excellent. Thank you. Speaking of Dans, so I don't really know how the Dan system works. I know it's your grading and all that. So once you get like to your first Dan, how does each grading for the next Dan, how does it change? What's different? Is it the same?
So yeah, the way it works is when you get to your black belt, okay, your first Dan, if you like, then you know, to get for your second Dan, that it's not just about your training. It's about you growing as a person. It's about what you put into the karate, what you put into the community. It's us looking at a whole, not just in the dojo. So you wait 2 years before you're eligible to grade for your second Dan, and then it's 3 years for your third, 4 years for your fourth.
Yeah.
When you get to around about 6th Dan, you could wait 25 years before you do your next grade, and you know, it's up to them. You know, the people up there, they would make that decision. So I was quite lucky, you know, that I just recently got my 8th Dan from Grandmaster Ian Parker, but I'm a 7th Dan in Shotokan karate. I'm on an 8th Dan in freestyle karate and kickboxing.
Wow.
So yeah, but I did get some news that I think it's going to happen very soon, that I'll be doing a grading for my 8th for Shotokan.
Oh wow! Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure
it's taken a long time.
But is it worth the wait?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Look, if it took me another 20 years, I'd wait.
Yeah.
You know, belts. I think when you get to around about 5th or 6th Dan, belts don't really matter anymore. You know, it's about me progressing as a person and an instructor. You know, it's the way that you teach. That's the important bit for me. You know, learning. You learn from your students just as much as they learn from you. You know, and I've learned so much from my students over the years, and I'm still learning to this day. You know, they teach me every session.
Nicole, you any questions?
Yeah. So do you have a go-to song when you're training?
Yes, I do. This is gonna sound really corny, really, and it's Eye of the Tiger. Everybody's got to have that. Yeah. That gets you ready for it, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah. Phil.
Well, for me, in the gym, it's any music what I play. It could be heavy rock. It could be something very weird. It could be pop music. I won't really name one of my favorites. Should I or should I not?
Yeah, do it. You say it.
Do it.
I do like Shake It Off, Taylor Swift. But I just love all the gym music, the themes and the anthems and all that. The backing music to help you train, and I'll whack it up to the highest levels possible, and you always get somebody walking in and turn it down, blah blah blah, and then but yeah, I just anything what I can get my hands on, but mostly the heavy rock stuff, the gym anthems, what drives you and pushes you forward, motivates you more, and then that's it for me really in the gym. Going back to the martial arts, I hold a third-degree black belt in freestyle martial arts. I've been on that since 2016. I believe that's 8 years. I would like to do another grading. I don't know when, but it is on the list for me to do it again. I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but I'm going to try my hardest and prepare for it when it does happen.
Yeah. So
Simon's song is "Everybody Was Kung Fu."
I know. I was going to put that up.
No.
Another
No.
classic.
That is a good. It is good. I think it's one of those drunken songs, though, isn't it? Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not a
yeah.
sober
You guys
one.
get tired of hearing that song? How many times do you hear it?
What's that?
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Oh, all the time. I get sick and tired of it. I've got earbuds now, which I put in so I don't have to listen to them.
Yeah. I was going to ask, do you either have a playlist that you just put on and put your headphones on and just forget, and then when you're doing your training? Or is that not something you'd do?
No, I just play the Eye Tiger. That's it.
Yeah.
Repeat.
I'm boring. Yeah, repeat. It just over and over again. Even when I'm in a car, my son says it all the time. Dad, seriously, change the song. So, but yeah, it's for me to be quite fair. Any music really, you know.
Yeah.
I think all types of music get you in the mood for lots of things. So, yeah.
I think as long as it's got a good beat, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's got to have a good beat.
Yeah, definitely.
I have very specific playlists for everything. So
yeah, in fact, I've just created one for when I go to sleep at night.
That's really
I don't know. I've put about 30 tracks in it, and I think I've got 3-4 before I fell asleep.
Bless
I know.
you.
It's working.
It's working. So,
but let's be fair. Women are organised, aren't they?
I don't know about that.
But they are. They're organised. So
yeah.
I think my wife's the same. She's got a playlist. It's all sorted. She knows what she wants to listen to. That's it. You know, men, we don't care, do we? Just play.
I just put something on, and if I like it, I listen.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to have my favourite bands back in the day. I mean, I used to be a Beatles fan, and I love U2. U2 is one of the greatest bands I've ever listened to. But it's whatever. It's whatever's going on the day when you're training and stuff like that. I just listen to it and
I think
have it as light as possible.
Day, definitely. That wake you up, won't it?
Yeah.
U2 made a whole generation mad when they put their album on everybody's iPhone that nobody wanted.
Yes.
And that's why nobody likes U2 now.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah, because it come up was like, I don't remember buying this. Or it's like, oh no, everybody got it given them.
Yeah.
So as soon as you turn your music on, it's U2.
Yeah. Yep. So we all got stuck with it. I've still got it, I think. Must have.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. So right. So what else do you do other than the martial arts that you're willing to talk about? Obviously not personal stuff, but any other hobbies or interests?
Yeah. I'm into history, so I do metal detecting.
Ah, oh. See, I thought about getting into this, but there's a few different regulations of what you can and can't do.
You'd be very lucky to get any fields these days because obviously, you know, there's a lot of what they call night hawkers, which go out in the dark and they go on these fields and wreck them. And so it's not easy. You need to get, if you're going to do it, you need to get onto what they call a dig with a group.
Yeah.
You know, where it's all put together. But I tend to do beaches. I
Yeah.
like to do the beaches because you can do most beaches.
Yeah, 'cause you don't need permission, do you?
You still need your foreshore.
Yeah, you still got that's your license, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you get that, but that's it really. I'll just go to the beaches. I've had some really good finds.
Yeah.
Yeah, some really good finds.
So what's your best find you've had?
I
Can
found
you disclose it?
Yeah, I don't mind. I found a coin. It was I think it was a silver stater, and yeah, it's old, very old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a tip for you. That's a true story. Don't wear steel toe caps like Malform and kept digging holes for hours.
See, it's crazy that you guys need a license to do that. Here, you can just buy one online and go wherever, and like.
I know in America you can do people's gardens.
Anything.
They have shotguns here, so.
Yeah, there is that.
I wouldn't dig up anybody's garden.
But I mean, even if you want to go into a field and and it's not got a landowner as such, if it's like common ground, you still need to get permission from. Oh, is it Parks and Trust or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm sure it's them. So it's like you've got to go through every single different agency just to find out if you can do anything there.
Yeah, but again, you know, the beaches for me is good enough. So
yeah,
like I said, jewelry. I find so much jewelry. You know, so it's good if you can. Quick story for you. This was a couple of weeks back. We went up to the beach there, and there was a couple of girls and the two lads there, and they were absolutely breaking their heart, and I mean crying big time.
Yeah.
So we were just coming to do some metal detecting. Would you believe it? So my son-in-law went over and said, "Is everything okay?" She went, "I've lost me nan's ring and earrings."
Oh,
it was a godsend that we turned up. Really, I found it within 5 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's good.
Wow, you know, that's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the stuff obviously you can't return because it's quite old and you know, but yeah, that's my other hobby anyway.
Yeah. Phil, do you have any?
Well, besides doing what I do now, I wanted to do something different. I won't say as a hobby. It was something I wanted to do as a goal. A bit like the adrenaline rush, really. I went to do a course working with snakes and crocodiles, venomous snakes.
Oh, yeah.
No, I did this in Bristol, and I was talking about it for a while. It took me ages to actually do this, and to this day, I have the book upstairs now where it's got the snakes who I worked on, like the vipers and gaboon vipers, rattlesnakes and stuff. And I got to spend time working with venomous snakes without anti-venom, which is what I wanted to do. And I'm going to go back there at some point next year, hopefully, and do some more work, but with more vicious snakes. And I also did something in Oxfordshire where I arranged to have the ultimate dream of free holding a king cobra. Now, that was something I wanted to for a long time. And then we went even the next one up, a female cobra. So we had the cobra standing up with the hood out, and I was actually down behind it. I think it's about 12 inches behind it, something like that. And that was something I wanted to do. All the adrenaline kicked in. I wasn't shaking. I wasn't nervous. There was a little bit, but not too much. But I wasn't shaking. But the room just went wide to small because you got this vicious animal in there, and they are lethal. Yeah, they can kill you, obviously. But it's something I wanted to do, and to study and do this course was just the goal for me. And I'm still going to keep on doing this course. So I want to work up to the black mambas and stuff like that. So the gaboon vipers was the best one I thought, because they got a nice big 2-inch fang, and they've got lightning speed as well. So it's you and them one-on-one. It's like in a relationship with that snake. So it's all about you and the snake, focusing on what's going to happen next, and how you going to handle it. and
Yeah.
knowing every single detail about it as well. But as well as doing the snakes, I got the opportunity to hold and go in the pool with caiman crocodiles. They're about 4.5 foot crocodiles.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing thing I wanted to do, to swim with crocodiles.
Yeah. No,
That's my
that's
little hobby
yeah.
thing.
Without being horrible or anything, I've never thought of doing any of the above.
I love
It's
it. I
just
do love it.
I like animals. I like the exotic reptiles and all that. I've had bearded dragons and all people that have got spiders, geckos, chameleons, all that kind of stuff. Even my mate, I said where I grew up, not far from where you're from, Phil. He went to the local Aldi. Him and his mum come back. They had a big box of bananas. Opened it. There's a big
Tarantula.
spider, inside it. And I'd gone round to his house. He was going out on a Saturday night. And I go, so what have you done with it? He goes, oh, I've kept it. I've got a tank and made a little vivarium for it. Are you mad? I goes, what? How long have you had it? He goes, oh, just about a week or something. So I goes, I'll show you. So at this point, I was already staying at his house, right? So we go over to the tank. Oh, so where is it then? And he's like, can't see it. So he gets a stick and he's moving everything. He's got out. Like, no, I'm going home. I'm not. Well, one, we didn't know. He and I didn't know what sort of spider it was. We didn't know how venomous it was. And I didn't really fancy waking up with fangs in me arm, neck, or leg, or whatever, like shooting poison into me. So I don't know if he ever found it, but they hang about too long.
Yeah, I mean, you made tarantulas and things like that, but when you get a shipment and you pick up some bananas and it's come from another country, you don't know what kind of animal that which is going to be. So it's something you need to be aware of, I think.
Yeah.
It's same with the snakes and stuff. It was just, I've had people say to me, it must be crazy to work with these animals, and I was in good hands. I had people with me to learn at me, and I had to do an essay before I went to do this course. And
Oh wow!
it's very, the guy who runs the shop. He's very selective on who he wants in the shop doing this, because it's life or death situation, really.
Yeah.
And I just want to I want to do something to push me over the edge and risk your life for. Really, it's really cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Do you not fancy anything like that, Daz? Or have you done anything like that?
No. You can keep your spiders and your snakes.
Yeah,
it's not happening. I don't do spiders.
I've done snakes.
You do?
I used to.
Oh, used to. Yeah. Well, no.
They're very cute.
No, they're not.
No, I've seen I've seen one snake in the wild. I was in Suffolk and I was driving along and I seen something moving across the road. I thought it was a bit, when plastic rolls up and it makes like a tube. It was like that. I'm like, it was about 3.5 foot, 4 foot long, brown, and about 1.5 inches thick. I was in the van. I literally dived out of the van while it was still moving. Don't know what possessed me to run up to this snake to see what sort it was, but it got into the grass. I could hear it. I could hear it moving and hissing, and then reality kicked in. Thought, I need to get back in the van. If that jumps, I don't know what sort it was. I just know it was long and brown. That was it.
I think snakes are more nicer than humans sometimes. I think you have that connection with them, and it's cool.
I'm a cat person. I've got cats.
Yes,
they're easy. They look after themselves. You don't have to take them for walks. Cats all day long.
And they're going to be an arsehole, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Both.
I have 4 dogs and they're assholes.
Yeah, I've got 4 cats. I've got 2 girls, 2 boys. The boys are young. They're absolutely crazy. They're bonkers, but I love them to bits. And they're easy, you know. I just send them outside. They go into the next door's garden. They dump in there, then come back in. It's great.
Yeah, that's it. Open the door and open it
That's
to let them back in again. So you go, feed them now and again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Need to
yeah,
sleep the big fish.
yeah. Or fish are easy.
Yeah.
Fish are harder than a lot of animals because you have to like make sure that the levels are good in their tank and clean their tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get one Siamese fighting fish in a tank on its own with one plant, nothing else. Job done. That's
Yeah.
it.
See, you can look at that a bit like the martial arts. You have the master, the students. You put the master in the fish tank. He just kills the students. It's fantastic.
Job done. That's it. Right. So I do have one more question for you. So, as you both know, the podcast is normally about paranormal. Are you both into, I'll use the term into the paranormal? Have you ever had encounters? Do you believe in it? Is it something that's just not part of anything you've ever come across?
No, I totally believe in it. I've seen a ghost.
Oh.
Yes. I was working for the hospital in the NHS, security at the time, and me and my colleague had to go up to a area which had been shut down. There was nobody there. It was just nothing there. And we went up there, and my colleague at the time was speaking to a nurse. We didn't cotton on, but this nurse had old nurse clothes on.
Yeah.
And she went down to the corridor, and well, it was a dead end.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And he spoke to her.
Did you ask? Yeah. Did you speak to anyone else about it? Did you find out if anyone else did?
We told everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, about it. And a couple of weeks later, my other colleague took a photo of this area which was shut down, and in the window he captures a lady and a child.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was at QA Hospital in Portsmouth. Yeah, it was a few years.
Thank you for sharing.
No, you're welcome. Yeah.
Phil?
I've never had any encounters or anything like this before.
No.
I've seen a lot of it on news and TV and all the Roswell things. I've never experienced it. I do believe it's true, but I've never had the opportunity to experience this opportunity.
No, thank you. Fair enough. Because a lot of my friends are just not into it. They think it's a load of BS, and it's each to their own. It's just one of them, innit? You either it's one of your things or it's not. But I just thought I'd ask you guys while you're on, and that was it. Because both myself and Nicole, we go out doing investigations and that. I'm going down to Rendlesham in 2 weeks. So you've got Woodbridge. Is it Woodbridge? Yeah, Woodbridge RAF base. There's a few of us that are meeting up. I've only ever done it during the day, and we have got a few weird things going on. But then we're meeting up like late afternoon. So it's going to be going into darkness while we're there. So, and I've heard a lot of stories from loads of different people that I know have been there, and they've had so much weird stuff. I'm like, yeah. But I've got my night vision goggles and what have you, so I just get them all charged up and go down, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get something.
There's definitely something there, definitely. Yeah. You know, and a lot of people don't, like you said, don't believe in anything like that. But I think when you see it, it changes your perspective about things. Trust me, you know, because that was quite frightening. You know.
Yeah. Yes. Because I remember when I
house this weekend. We're doing it over.
You are
up in Portland. Yeah.
See,
and then we have a library talk on Sunday. So I'm gonna be exhausted.
They've got the best places in America. They really have. Every week going out to somewhere new. You don't pay for it either, do you?
Some of it. It depends if we're doing it like as an event or we're doing it for fun.
So do you do it like live as well? So it's on like a channel.
I do.
Sometimes we do live investigations. I know
you do a lot on TikTok, don't you?
TikTok. We did it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Last time.
Cool.
Yeah. So all the ones I've done so far, pretty much everyone except for like 2 or 3 have always done live. But the reason I do them live is to prove that you don't always get activity.
Yes.
There's
Sometimes
a
it's very boring.
there's some cemetery like 2 miles away from me, probably not even that. And I've been there 100 times, and I've gone, and some of the best evidence I've ever caught has been there. I've gone like 2-3 weeks later, I've got absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just nothing going on at all. And it's like, it just proves that you don't always get something when you go out to these different locations. But it also proves that there is different things going on each time that you do go back. Because I don't think I've ever had it where I've gone back to the same place and I've had the same thing happen twice. It's always something different.
So do you think where obviously people are now putting a lot of hoax stuff on social media and TV and everything, do you think that's sort of making people sort of steer away from it now?
I've had people admit to me that they put fake stuff up just
for views.
Yeah, more for views, but also just to show that not everything is what it seems. So they've put it up and everyone's like, oh my God, that's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And then they've left it a couple of weeks or a couple of months, and then they've gone into it and he said, look, this isn't real. This is what it is, but we're just doing it to prove that not everything you see is a poltergeist, a ghost, or a Bigfoot, or a dogman, or whatever. It's proving that things can be deceiving. It can be pareidolia. Do you know what I mean? All different stuff like that. So there's different reasons why people put it up. But I do think even that, to a degree, does make an impact on the ones like ourselves that are doing it for the right reasons, the real reasons. Because we're doing it just to find out what's going on. That's it. Just so we know, for our own, well, I won't say peace of mind, but we want to find out what's going on, why it's happening, and how it's happening. But like I said, because you never get the same result twice, it's really difficult to find anything like that out.
Yeah.
So, and then I've been to places where people have been going for years and they're getting stuff, not all the time, but regular. I'll go, we might get 1 or 2 things, but there's one of them, and I got something that nobody else has got from there before. And it's like the first time I've ever been in my life. So these all, it contradicts itself quite a lot.
Yeah,
but it doesn't, at the same time, it opens you up to more stuff.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
For sure. Jojo wants to know if you guys believe in cryptids like Bigfoot, Yetis, Dogman.
Probably, I don't know actually. No, probably no. I don't know unless you actually see it for real. Nobody knows if there is a Bigfoot. I don't know if there is. I mean, I've seen all these TVs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like saying, have you ever seen the Loch Ness Monster? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't seen it. I don't really believe in it, but I do believe there's something there. But is anything else? I can't really say unless I do actually see it for real.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I think it is good, even if you do believe in this stuff, is to be skeptical about it as well. Because if you're not, everything you see and everything you hear, it's like, it's this, it's that, it's fairies, it's a Wendigo, it's, do you know what I mean? It's always something supernatural or paranormal, but it's not. I'd say 98% of it is normal everyday goings on. It's that 2% that you can't explain, that's what keeps it ticking over.
Yeah, definitely. I believe there is such thing as a Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I believe in wolf men or women. yeah, I've watched a few YouTube videos, you know, where they're talking about these wolf men and etc. So yeah, I do believe that there's something. There's definitely something. You know, same as aliens, right? You know, we can't be the only planet in the universe that's got life form on it. Come on, let's get real.
Yeah. That's my biggest thing, as you could probably tell by looking behind me and my tattoos and everything else, is aliens. So yeah,
they exist. They definitely exist, and they're amongst us already.
Oh, of course, 100%. That's a given. Not whether anything else or not. So no, thank you for giving us your thoughts on the paranormal. I wasn't trying to trick question you or anything like that, but I just like everyone's opinion on it, whether you believe in it or not. It's every answer's valid, because we still don't know what's what, and we're still looking, and think we always will be.
Yeah, I think it's just going to continue, isn't it? You know, one day there will be that hard evidence that's there in their face, and then everybody will be saying, "Oh yeah, okay, it is real then."
Yeah.
It will.
Yeah, we might find out. We don't know.
I believe Phil's an alien.
That could be. You never know. I think we're all got aliens in us. We're all some sort of different creature or something, or whatever we are. I think we've all got something in us. I mean, Daz is not perfect, is it? I mean, he's more. he's some sort of creature and all that. I won't go too much. I won't say too much because he'll just beat you up. But yeah.
Good job, you're my mate, isn't it?
I would love to see. I'd love to see aliens. I really love to. I mean, it's fascinating if you do actually meet some. Can't really say if we do or if they're going to be there or not. But I've seen on news where people have seen sightings of objects in the sky and stuff, and a lot of people say it's not true and stuff like that. So it's just one of them, isn't it? Whether it happens or not, it's another story.
No, but it's like you said, unless you're there, you're not going to know. So unless it happens to you, you're not going to have that insight into it.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
right. There's a question before we finish up. It's a real good one. Think of this, okay? Look at yourself tonight. Just think, why are you? Think about it. Why are you?
Now nobody's going to sleep because they're thinking about that.
I've actually thought this in the past. It messed me up for weeks.
Yeah. Just think about it. You know, why is it you? Why have you been chosen to be you?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Thanks for that.
You might make it to like 5 or 6 songs tonight, Andy.
Yes, at least 5 or 6 albums. Right. Oh, we do have one question, and this is from Anton. I didn't see this. Og's just put it up. So Anton asked earlier, what would your biggest goal to achieve before you retire? That's to both of you.
That's first.
I'll let you go first on that one, Phil.
Okay. I have many goals, and I have. Before I retire, I mean, will I ever retire? That's the question. I don't know. Retire from a proper job here, yeah. But in the other world, what I'm trying to do now is the filming and the martial arts. I've always got goals where I want to be, and I know where I want to be because I'm trying to climb the ladder to success and all that.
Yeah.
So one of my goals is to make it with the big people up there, best I can. If I can, brilliant. If I can't, I'll try and be out of this.
Yeah.
But I'm one of them who, let's say, I've reached that main goal. I wanted that Hollywood fame and all that. Will they ever retire from it? No, because I'll push to the next goal. There's always another goal, and I'll keep on going and going and going. But that's one goal I would love to try and achieve too.
Yeah. Thank you. Daz?
I would never ever retire. My my body will retire, but my brain won't. I'll always be doing what I'm doing. I'll have to do it in a different way. But look, we get over obstacles every day, don't we? So I'll find a way.
Excellent. Thank
And
you.
I also think the only time we'll stop is when we're dead, obviously. Just keep on going until you die, really. And that's what I'm going to keep on doing, keep pushing.
No, thank you for that. Right. Have you any more questions, Nicole, before we wrap this up?
No, I don't think so.
Right. Well, a massive thank you both for coming on. So, Phil Mawdsley and Daz Stirrat. That's how you pronounce your surname, isn't it?
Yes, Stirrat, yes.
Yeah. I meant to ask you and I forgot, and I'm good at getting names wrong, but nailed it. So it's all good. No, thank you both.
Now you have to work on pronouncing tarantula.
I'm not going to try. Yeah, I can say it I can say it in normal life, but I won't say it there and just not working at all. So thank you everyone in the chat, all the new subscribers that come on, really appreciate it. It really helps with the algorithms. This is going to go out on podcast as well, so thank you to everyone who's listening on podcast. Really appreciate it. You can help support the channel by going on to Patreon, and you can join for free, but there are paid memberships on there as well. So if you go on alienate.uk on Patreon, and you'll find us on there. So that's it. We are back on Friday with the encrypted table. You're in on Friday, aren't you, Nicole?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it'd be myself, Nicole, Eric, and possibly somebody else instead of Michelle for this one. Well, I've not told anyone yet. I've not even asked the person that I want to get on, so...
It's so secret, they don't even know they're coming on.
Yes, but I think they might. I hope they will anyway. We'll soon find out.
Yeah.
So that's it. So thank you guys for coming on. Keep up the great work. Good luck in the future with the martial arts, the movies, everything else you're doing, the metal detecting, looking for all this lost pirate treasure and everything
snakes.
else.
Be nice to me.
Don't get killed by a snake, Phil, whatever you do.
Don't bring them on a plane. Don't break a leg.
Yes. Just everyone be good.
Yeah.
So on that note, we're going to go. And thanks again. And we will see you on Friday, 8:30 p.m. UK time, 3:30 EST, 12:30 PST. So take care, everyone. I don't know any other time zones. That's all you're getting.
Just hit the little notify bell and it'll tell you when we're live.
Yes. Right. See you again. So take care. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.